Hello guys, welcome back to another tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to install mySQL Workbench on your Windows laptop or PC and get your first query running. So all we have to do right off the back is go to this official website of MySQL, dev.mysql.com. I'll put this link in the description for you. So here we go, and we have to install the installer here. So currently the version is 8.0.32. So depending on whatever time you may watch this video, this version would have changed, but the tutorial will remain the same, so don't worry. So all we have to do is install this. There are two installers here. The first one is a 2.4 MB file, the second one is a 437 MB file. So if you have an internet connection, which most likely you will have if you're watching this tutorial, just install this 2.4 MB one. But if you're doing this on an offline mode, then you need this 437 MB one, which contains all the packages already pre-installed. So currently we have an internet connection, so I'll just go with this 2.4 MB one. So click download, and they'll ask you to log in or sign in. So we don't have to do any of that. If you go down here in a small font, you can see here, no thanks, just start my download. So just click on that, and since it's only 2 MB, the file will get installed immediately. So here we have the MySQL installer, so we just click on it, and it will open. So currently opening. This varies on your system. So here it says smart scene can't be reached right now, but that's not a problem, because as you can see here, the publisher is official Oracle America. So just say run, and you'll get this pop-up. So let's just wait a few moments. This depends on whatever system you're running, how fast this install process will be. So the green bar has started, that means it's starting. So it's installing all the packages, and as you can see here, the installer has opened up. So for us, all we have to do is we need the server for the backend, and we need the workbench itself for executing queries with the GUI. So I wouldn't go with, if you have the workbench already, just go with server only. But generally people go with developer default, but I just think that's too bulky, because it brings all this shell and routers and stuff which we don't need generally. So, and full is also, it becomes kind of bulky. So I'm just going to say custom. Next. So here all we need is the server. So we have these four options here: server, application, connector, and documentation. So double click on server, then double click on server again, and currently it's 8.0, so the latest version. Double click again, this is the latest version. As you can see, this the entire archive of all the versions till date. So I'm choosing the latest one. So click whichever version you want. So I'm clicking this one, and click on this green arrow. So this will come to this side. Now minus this thing, go back, come here to applications, double click on workbench, and again, yeah, all the versions are there. I'm installing the latest one. Again, this arrow. And if you want some examples on how to run, how queries are, and how do you create the schemas and all, you can install an example here, but we don't need any of that. So let's just go to next. So as you can see, these are the two products which are going to be downloaded. So we just click on execute. I'll just fast forward this video after this is done, so that you can just skip right to that part.
1 minute later.
So as you can see, the install has been done. So we'll click on next, and the downloading is done. Now we need to install it. So again, we click on execute. This one again may take some time, so I'll skip right ahead.
1 minute 37 seconds later.
Okay, so we're back again, and both the installations are done. So click on next now, and now we have to configure the server. So this important step. Now we are going to click on next. So here we have some options for config type. So we just keep it as it is, development computer, and keep all of these checkboxes and the port and the export protocol as it is. Don't change any of that. Click on next again, and now it will give you two options, where the older version used the legacy authentication method, and the current one uses the password encryption. So we'll go with it says recommended 2 in caps, so just go with that and click on next. So it'll ask you for root password, and it's compulsory now to protect your server. So I'll just give any password which you wish, but keep it written somewhere or in a Excel, because if you don't have this password, you may lose control of your server. So I'll just, for this tutorial, I'll just put some name like let's say admin 123 hash. Okay, and yet again same thing, we type this here, admin 123 hash. And as you can see here, the next popped up because it will confirm that both your passwords are the same and will indicate your password strength. Now go to next. And this is an important part because this is the service which will run in the background and get your server connected from the front end to the back end. So you have to keep this, start this mysql server at system startup, because if you don't, it might cause some errors sometimes, I've seen in some systems. So keep all of this as it is and keep this also as it is. You can however edit this name if you want, if you want it to be sql server or something like that. I'll keep it as it is. You click on next, and here it will ask where you want the server to be installed. So we can't really change that, so we keep as it is. And it would keep this as it is. Yes, grant full access, because the server might need to for executing your queries, it might need to work in the background. So keep this as it is. Or if you want, if you have experience, you can go with this no, but I'll keep it as it is. And now it's going to now that we have given all the constraints for this server, it's going to apply them, and install the server's install is going to apply to them. So I will this execution, click on it. This may take some time again, so I'll again fast forward this.
5 minutes later.
So as you can see, it's done. Everything is done, everything is ticked. So we click now on finish and again click on next. And as you can see, congratulations, we have done successfully installed it. So just click on let this be as it is, so that we can see how the workbench has been installed. I clicked on finish. Now the workbench will open up. This may take some time because you have just installed it. So as you can see here, the workbench has opened up, and this is our local instance mysql 80 which we created. So all we have to do is click on here once, and it will ask us that password which I told you to keep it written down somewhere. So I'm going to type this again here, admin 123 hash, and I'll just click save password on what, because this is a trusted device. If you want, you can just keep this a one-time login, then don't click on this. Click on this OK, and it's gonna open the instance now. So as you can see here, the workbench has opened, and we can confirm that the server and the workbench has been installed properly by clicking here on this current. You may be on schema or administration. There are these small two boxes here, so click on administration if you're not already, and under performance there's an option called dashboard. So here, as you can see, not dashboard, sorry, just click on server status here under management. And if you just bring this down and bring this to this side, you can see here that the server status is running. That means we have successfully installed the server and it's connected to the backend. If here you get server stopped or there's a red icon instead of a green one, then you have to repeat the process and delete everything. It means that you didn't do something correctly. So just for showing you, I'll just execute a query here. I'll just close this. By default, query tab gets opened here, so I'll just create a database just for showing you. So here we have finished typing the first statement, and this is for executing it, the thaw symbol. So we just click on this, and here down we can see one row affected. That means it was created. Now we want to use this database, so we click on use, and I'll just create a table just for showing you. So create table hi, and we'll just give it two columns, name, which is a varchar, and let's just give it 10 length, and we'll give age, which is a int, and we have written these statements here. So let's execute this. This will be good if we put this here, yeah. And now we'll execute these two at once. And if you go down here, I'll just expand this. it said 0 rows affected. So now if you want to check how the table has loaded, just right click on navigator here, refresh all, and as you can see the database has been created. And now double click on this tables. This was the table which we gave high. Now just click on this here, this will show you the table. And here as you can see, I gave it two columns, name and age, and it has created them. So if you want to insert a record, I'll just show it to you. Insert into values. Let's just give a sample name, so in quotes my name, I guess, yeah, comma, give my age, and we are going to execute this here. This query again. Okay, one row affected. Again click on refresh all, open high, and open this. So as you can see, the records have been inserted and you have successfully created your first table and executed the query. So that's all for this tutorial. It was just for installing and getting you familiar with the distro. So if you like this tutorial, then please like this video and share it with as many people as you can, and I'll see you next time. Bye.